Scott, this is the stupidest idea you've ever had. Who has a Christmas party at 11 AM?
Right, follow my logic here, right? Folk at parties are always like, oh, it's a good party, but I'm knackered. I'm too tired to do this, too tired for that. Right, best time for a party, 11 AM on a Sunday. Right, everyone comes around, we've got 2 different types of biscuit, we've got fudge, we've got a bowl for the car keys.
What do you want to do until folk arrive?
Well, there's 2 options, right? One, we could go through our top 5 games for year 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I could pull out some car keys for the bowl and see who I get lucky with, eh? What would you rather do?
Oh, seeing as that's my car keys in there, I think we should go through our top 5 2012. Don't you?
That's a shame, I suppose.
And at number 5, it's Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown.
That's right, it's the only online fighting game you can play where the community aren't a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
There's not many folk that will back themselves into a corner and spam a move over and over again. It's a game that's actually kind of difficult to do that in because you'll just lose.
Yeah, it's also got some of my favourite characters in the fighting game, like Shundi, the Drunken Master, Sarah, who's probably my favourite character, and of course Liu Chan. Possibly
The beast.
Yeah, one of the best. I mean, every fighting game has a good old man, but see Liu Chan, he's the best old man, isn't he?
He's pretty much, and I mean, the great thing about him is, I mean, he didn't kill that guy's dad in Shenmue as well, so it's a game where the block button will be your most used button.
Yeah, it's probably the most important button in the game.
Yeah, it is. Like,
and it's also it's really cheap as well. Like, it's less than a tenner for the basic version of this game, which that's all you need because you don't need all the extra costumes and stuff like that. And it's beautiful to look at as well. So yeah, our number 5 game of the year is Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown.
number 4, Beat the Beat, Rhythm Paradise.
Now, the Wii has been written off by a lot of people, but this game is so special. There's just something unique about the fact that Nintendo are willing to release a full price game that is just a collection of rhythm based mini games, and they're hilarious as well. Like a robot factory and a clock made of monkeys and a samurai fighting ghosts. It's fantastic. It's also dead simple as well. But I mean, like, rhythm games, there's not been many good ones recently, have there?
It's because it's a genre that does involve an amount of skill to actually. But I mean, I'll be honest, I loved Rhythm Paradise on the DS. But I mean, I have no natural rhythm. So for me, I love other people playing these games. I love to watch them, but I wouldn't buy one for myself because I'm shit at them.
No, the good thing about this is it's made by the same people that make the WarioWare games, and so they're built with a kind of accessibility in mind. You know, it's all about just like really. There's only 2 buttons used in the entire game. You either press A or you press A and B at the same time, and that's it. That's all.
That's where I'd get lost. 2 buttons at the same time. That's when I drop things or the remote was in the telly.
At number 3, we've got Binary Domain.
That's right, it's that game we've not stopped talking about all year long. And it's just brilliant. Just a great game from a bunch of guys who make great games.
Yeah, no, as you can tell from the footage, because this is me playing, you can tell that this was not played by the best guys shooting games, but I still thoroughly enjoyed this game.
Just full of character, great ideas going into it, looks great, and the firefights are exciting. Like, you're fighting away and then suddenly different types of enemies are appearing, you're chipping bits off their armour, trying to get the headshots in.
But no, the characters, like obviously, Dan seems like a bit of a kind of damp squib of a main character, but he's surrounded by brilliant ones like Big Bo, and of course the brilliant Kane.
I'd play a game with just Kane in it.
Yeah.
Actually, I would play a dating simulator. That's what they should have put from Yakuza into this. Like, take Kane out to Burger King and then bed him and never text him again. Number 2, Okami HD.
Now, there have been a few HD re-releases this year, but see Okami HD is pretty much perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the definitive version of this game, and that's what an HD, as we've been harping on about for the past, what feels like 18,000 years. And when you release an HD version of a game, that should be the full stop. This should be right. Every other version you've got, it's great that you own it, but this is the version you'll be playing for the rest of your life, and that's what they've done with Okami HD. It looks stunning, widescreen. It's the best looking game. It's the best looking game.
No, I know it seems weird putting an old game, well, technically an old game, on number 2 for our games of 2012, but see, when it's the best version of one of the best games ever made, I think it deserves
That's where it goes.
It deserves that spot, definitely.
That's right. It's just there's just not a thing wrong with it. There's folk out there, oh, it's too long, and oh man, that's like saying, oh, this dinner's cracking, can I put fire some of it in the bin when I've eaten half this amazing Kobe steak, oh, and it's delicious, and oh, waiter, fire the rest of that in the fucking bin, because it's too much.
And our number one game has to be Tales of Grace's F for the PlayStation 3.
That's right. We've come out of the left field a wee bit with this choice. I've never been a fan of JRPGs. It was always a genre. I just kind of drew a line under and said, nah, me and these games, nah, we're just no pals. Joe kind of was talking about Tales of Grace. Oh, this looks good. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, oh, it's not the kind of game you really play. And I was like, well, I'll show you. And I loved it. I just, from beginning to end, it's just stunning. A great looking game, great mechanics, and an amazing story. Like, just, oh, love it.
See, for me, a JRPG lives or dies by how much I like the characters in it. See, the characters in this game, they're just brilliant. Like, my favourite has to be Malik, the old guy. Though it's just, I mean, obviously me and you, we tend to pick the old guys anyway, but I don't know what that says about us, but he's just brilliant. I just love his, like, kind of stoic reserve, like, no matter what the situation is.
You should learn more about this world.
Okay, what have you learned already? Well, yesterday. Why is the captain running away?
A lot of the criticism about it was how long you spent as children at the beginning of the game, but for me that really built up your attachment to the character.
The relationships make sense, because sometimes in games you're often given characters you're just told to care about. When that point finished for me, I was sad to leave them. I was actually sad because I'm going to miss out on those years between them being children moving to adults. I mean, really, it is one of those games where you might look at the footage and think, oh, maybe I always hear guys battering on about these games and they look good, but I know for me, try it. It's sometimes just worth dipping your toe in, because you might discover a whole big vat of soup. What's up with me, man? What's up? You might discover a big vat of soup full of games in your grand's house.
So Tales of Grace is our number one game of 2012.
That's it. Are we in buy it?
We are awesome!
Oh, is that the door?
That was a knock at the door there. Is that somebody coming to the party?
Ho ho!
Go and get them. Go and get them.
Party time. It's gonna be party. It's you.
Yes, it's me, and I was just listening to your top 5 games of 2012 and I'm shocked that this, Sonic Racing, was not in it.
If you're one of those plebs who only plays inferior karting games with fat plumbers in them, then you're missing out on one of my favourite games of this year. Obviously, the things that you would like about it are the great Blur-inspired racing, the multiplayer modes that I've only had a chance to play with my mum so far, and being able to play as classic Sega characters like Danica Patrick. For me though, this game is all about one thing: Shadow. In fact, possibly my favourite thing to do in this game is to hold the look back button, stop the cart and just look at him for a while. I really think they've caught the essence of his character this time, so I'm very, very happy.
Right, mate, I don't know how you found this address, but don't come back here, and this is mine now, so...
Oh, I think that's another knock at the door. It is. Maybe it's somebody for the party, Scott. Let me get to the door. Oh!
Scott,
What?
you might want to come and see this.
Man, is this thing with your back again on?